It started a few years ago, my story. I had some problems at work and stress, and also in my personal life as well. So I started to realize that I was getting heartburn. So I saw my GP, and my GP referred me to a physician. So I went to see my physician, and he did an endoscopy and a coloscopy. So it was a very interesting experience doing both of them. So he had diagnosed that I had reflux disease. So he said that the last resort should always be surgery. So we should start with medication. So he started me on the highest dose of medication, omeprazole, 40 mg. So I was on a course of this for several months, and he also advised me that I should change my lifestyle and try and get more fit, lose some weight. If you lose weight and have a better diet and fitness, hopefully your symptoms would disappear. So I took his advice, I took the medication, and I went on a regime where I wanted to improve my fitness and have a better diet. So I took several months doing my regime of dieting and fitness, and it improved dramatically. I mean, the reflux and chest pain had stopped, so I was really, really happy with the improvement. But then I said to myself, I didn't want medication to dictate my life, and also I wanted to eventually reduce the dose and eventually again stop having medication. So when I was losing weight and going on a diet, I tried to reduce my medication. And when I did reduce my medication, the acid reflux came up again, and I was getting chest pains, not in a severe problem that I had several months ago, up to a year ago when I did first medication, but it was still bad enough for me to go back to my second dose. So I went to see my physician, the doctor, and he told me to continue on the highest dose and continue with your regime in your fitness and dieting. So I certainly did. And then again, after a year, this was probably the second year of my medication and my fitness, I wanted to reduce my dose. So I reduced my dose, and again, I was having acid reflux. So I went back to my physician again, and I explained to my physician that, look, I've been taking my medication. I'm on a high dose. When I have tried to reduce it, I'm still getting acid reflux. I've lost weight. I'm a lot fitter and healthier now. Where do I go from here? So he's just continued to advise me, look, we don't want you to do surgery now because we think it's a last resort. But if this continues, we may have to put it on the table. So I went to see my physician for the last time of this issue, and then he referred me to Mr. Ahmed. He was a reflux surgeon who has done many operations. So when I saw Mr. Ahmed, he gave me another option, and it was called the LINX surgery, where it's a magnetic surgery. It's a round thing as big as a 50p piece, he told me, and he put it on top of the stomach, where it allows food to go down into the stomach, but then it stops acid coming up. And then he told me to research and read about it. So I read about it, and I felt very positive because the recovery time was very quick. You wouldn't have to spend a long time in hospital, and you can live a normal life within a week or two, depending on your body, up to a couple of weeks. So I did my research, and I was very satisfied with what Mr. Ahmed said. So I went home, I did my research, and I thought about it. I got a second opinion of a colleague at work because I work in NHS. And I decided to take the LINX surgery option because of the recovery time, and it was a simple operation, and the success rate was still very high. And I wanted to try a modern surgery. I think we're going ahead with the time, because this surgery of the keyhole surgery was very old. Not very old, but it was since the 60s it started. And I'm up to like modern surgery, and I want to try new things. So I was very interested in doing the LINX surgery. So I went ahead with it.